So Luisa is going to answer the question for all local Newark artists.
Oh my goodness.
How do we solve this problem? This problem that seemingly we have these stronger powers, corporations, overwhelming us, so we cannot be reflected in the art. Over the next 10 years, this is 2015 to 2020, we really believe that the art, we're talking about musicians, visual artists, they're all here. We don't really have to go outside, but we don't have these spaces. We don't, we know that art education has been cut, and we know that our kids don't get enough art education. So we know we need art education at every level, but you already have people out here that can create, that can fill these voids. So Luisa's going to solve it. She's going to solve the problem.
Well, I think one thing, and I know it's going back to politics, but a city has a center place that we can go to and complain and talk to people, and that's City Hall. And I know it's not a good place, it's not a fun place, but again, if you have a group of people in a community that's unhappy, that has some needs that have not been met, if you go to a place like City Hall, with a proposal, with good ideas of a group, look at our community, look at what we have done, or look at what we need, they will do something, because we are out there actually speaking out as a group of people.
Yeah,
it cannot just be me going and saying, I really want a place for my friends and I to come and, make art and be able to do it in an affordable way. It needs to be all of us. We need to be part of the system, because we are. Even if we want to fight it, we are part of the system. So we have to work with it. We just have to work with it together as a community. And with, straight ideas, really on paper. Because we can meet and we can have amazing ideas, and then we go home and do our own thing. Let's put it down on paper. Let's get serious about it. A lot of us are getting older. We need to start doing things.
Choppity chop chop.
Yep.
No, and I'm going to underscore that. I was looking at the City Hall meeting the other day, and one gentleman got up, and he called the council, city council. He called them on the carpet, and they brought him back. Because the common people, the residents can speak. They have 5 minutes to speak, and they have the little buzzer there when your time to go starts beep beep beeping when you're finished. And they called him back. 2 councilmen called him back. I think it was Mildred Crump and Councilman Cheneyfield. And it was like, oh no, you're not coming up here and say that we don't do this and we don't do that. Because all this is on camera, people watching. And they're like, give me your email, let me know who you are, come to my, we will address this. So what you're saying is absolutely right. And I guess we forget it, because I know myself. When you talk about the bureaucracy, it's like, I don't want to be dealing with City Hall. But you said something key that is a thread in what you've been saying in the interview, and that is that we have to work as a collective.
We do.
If 20, 25 artists come to Councilman Cheneyfield's office for a full month.
Yep. Trust me, you will get change.
With, like you said, a written out proposal.
Yep.
We want this building, we want this funding, whatever it is, it's something that the collective has to come together and do.
Especially because it's something good for the city.
It is.
Trust me, these people want to look good. And if we can tell them, look, this is what we need, and it would make the city and yourself look good. Let's help each other out.
Especially yourself.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay to play that game.
Yeah.
Don't play a game here and there. But if it's going to go towards a bigger goal, I'll play your game. I'll invite you to the opening, and you can go and cut the little bow, whatever the hell it is, Yeah. But we make it happen.
It is a bigger the work in terms of art is much larger than the game we play, because art enhances our life. We just want to say, this is Luisa's work up here.
That's my grandmother.
Wow. So we're in a studio, which I never do introductions. I just like to go talk to my directly to my guests here, but we're in that studio. Thank you for that answer.
Thank you.
Now we need to just pull people together.
Mm-hmm.
And other people have talked about this. I think Ella B has talked about this. I think Hala. These are people that have done interviews with. We've talked about. Now it's time for the artists, the local artists in Newark, to come together and have the discussion where we talk.
Yes.
As a collective.
Yes.
And whether it's visual artists over here or painters here, musicians, I don't care. We need to start to talk and come up with a game plan. Because everybody else has a game plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else has a game plan.
Except
whether it be quarterly, whether it be over the next 2 years or 3 years. But it's only the artists, most of the artists, we're willy-nilly and we're being creative. And this goes back to what you said in the opening. You know, we're willy-nilly and everything, but that specific paperwork.
And not everybody will be able to do it, but if you have it as a group, you know, with the photo collective that we're doing, each one of us has something that they're going to bring to the table. So maybe I'm the person that can deal with everybody because I like people, versus somebody else is going to do the writing because they hate people, but they like to write. You know, we're each going to use our strength and we come together and do it, versus one of us trying to do all of that together. Right. It's overwhelming. Right. Trust me, I tried it and it really is overwhelming.
It is.
So much easier to just work as a group.
Yeah, you have a secret there. So you're just giving out answers, just solving every.
And if I could just solve my problems.
That's always the case. You know, you can solve the whole world's problem. I tell people all the time, I can solve the whole world's problems. I go home, I don't even remember what I did this morning. Such the life of an artist.
Very, very
but
true.
We go for it.
Yes.
So, Luisa, where can people reach you on the internet? Cyberspace?
Well, you can go to Luisa Pinzon Photography. I wish I had something. Hopefully, he'll put little letters on the bottom so you can spell my name correctly.
I will. Now that you told me that, I will.
And I'm on Solo's Project House, 972 Broad. My studio's on the 5th floor, but we have studios all over the building, and the gallery's on the 1st floor. Solo's Project.
Thank you. Continued success in Newark and all your endeavors. And thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right? Peace. Follow her.